Welcome back to the Ether Revolution. We're here with episode 9.
Yeah, getting up there.
You say that every time. Today we've got 2 special guests. We're actually in a different environment, as you can see. We're here with Alina and Isaac from Peach Boxing, or the owners of Peach Boxing. So welcome, guys.
Welcome.
Thank you. Thanks for coming all the way out here.
That's okay. We get it. They have 4 little kids and obviously this huge gym. And is it plumbing as well?
Yeah.
So our main thing is, how do you do it all? Like the kids and the gym, and because I can imagine like having all the boxes is like an extension of family as well.
Kind of just chaos.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, we never have a plan.
You just do. It's crazy though, and we're always struggling. Hey, and it's a constant battle trying to figure out how to do it. But we just
Alina
do.
does like 90% of the kids'
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
I only do the cool stuff with the kids.
Yeah. You look so hands-on. Like whenever I see you at events, like you always have one of the kids or just...
Oh yeah, I do, but like inside Alina does all the cleaning, cooking. I do none of that stuff.
Yeah.
I'll do the kids, like take them outside while she'll do that stuff.
Yeah. How do you manage it all? Because is it 3 boys, 1 girl? Is it crazy because they have such small age gaps, don't they, a few of them?
It's a lot better now because they're older. Like the oldest just turned 9 and the youngest is 2.
Yeah.
So it was way harder when they were younger and need more. And also, like a few years ago when they were young and I was like deep in the trenches of motherhood, I was inside stuck with them by myself.
She doesn't.
He'd be in the gym and I'd resent him because I was
She's
by myself. Yeah, and I was trying to bitch, but like understandably. But then I think after our 3rd, I started fighting again, and that brought me back out into the gym. And then from then, it's kind of been a lot better, because we're both a team now doing it together. The kids are growing older. They're in here training. Like, they're running amok every day.
Yeah, that's so cool.
We don't have, like, if we have someone like her mum or something here, all 4 will be in here.
Yeah.
And Apollo's too, we have my bag. And it's just,
Yeah, I see one of them holding pads for, like, Mia and stuff. Yeah. It's so cool.
No, they all kind of...
They're all just in here. They're all involved. And, the older they get, the easier it's.
Yeah, I agree. It's funny with that resentment thing, because I found the same. Like, Tim only started boxing when we had kids. Yeah. And so, like, that I found such a struggle, because you do resent them a bit, but also when they're so young, there's not much they can do for the babies anyway.
Yeah.
So it does change a bit, I've noticed, like, now that she's 1.5, and like he can just do more for the kids. But
I do the same thing. I do all the fun shit.
Yeah.
Take them out, have fun, bring them back home when it's time to go to sleep.
Yeah, hype them up.
Yeah. So what's your background in the boxing scene?
I boxed for, I don't know, maybe from 18 to 33. So quite a long time, amateur and pro. Then stopped. Partied I met you before that, eh? Met Alina when I was maybe 29.
Yeah.
And we were just best drinking buddies ever, so we just partied hard.
It's so similar, right? Us.
Had kids, I carried on, she did it. She wanted to kick me out. Now we don't drink, and we've just done kids and gym and just evolved,
Shit, that's awesome.
How much fights did you have? You reckon all up?
Maybe 70 odd amateur and 13 pro.
Shit.
So a few.
Did you go travel overseas much or anything?
A little bit, yeah.
Win any titles?
Any New Zealand stuff.
Oh, yeah.
A couple of Aussie things.
Did you always know that you wanted to be a coach and kind of like keep your foot in the door with boxing?
I did all right boxing. Like I won national titles and stuff like that, but nothing to what I want my boxers to do.
Yeah.
But I smoked a pack a day, drank, took drugs. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Like, that's the truth. Like, I would no way coach me. I just partied and trained hard and lived both lives. And then when we finished, we didn't have any. My brother was was boxing, so I kind of just helped him.
Yeah.
We just had a little deck.
There was no plan.
There was no plan. And Alina had a couple of fights and
Had you had a few fights before meeting Isaac?
Nah.
I was just starting when we met
Right.
at the gym that he trained at.
Oh, did you guys meet at the gym?
Yeah.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was the receptionist at the gym
Oh, true.
that I moved to with John Mackay.
And was a boxing gym.
Yeah.
Oh, awesome.
So how did you guys come up with the idea to start this, or did it just flow on? Did it just stack?
It flowed because we had it like literally we had a little deck and like this carport with 4 bags, and I trained my brother, and then we might have like a guy come after work that wasn't even a boxer that would just do some fitness with.
Yeah.
It was just not a thing. It would be like I was a terrible alcoholic. I'd be 10 deep every day, sparring, just doing anything. I was just pissed. I was pissed at work, pissed everywhere.
He'd be cornering Boaz at the Nationals pissed.
Yeah, just it was rubbish.
It was terrible.
And then Jerome was next door, so Jerome came, and then that house came to an end, and we moved just down the road here, and then we had like a small single garage, and we built like a pergola which we could hang like 9 bags.
Oh yeah.
But it was like a machine gun going off because everyone hit the bag.
Yeah.
And we used to spar on the concrete with just posts and ropes, and it was ridiculous. But David came and Russian came.
Mia
Just
came.
me and them.
They
They all just came. And then then I suppose we decided, shit, this is getting real. I stopped drinking then, I think. Hey.
Yeah.
I stopped drinking. So once I stopped drinking, then I was like, fuck, I got to do something. I'm just going to drink.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think that was sort of my rehab, was to go mental and boxing. So I just did boxing 24/7. So we bowled the little single garage and put up something half as big as this, and it kind of just.
And then we kind of outgrew that 3 years
Then
ago.
the neighbour, when we had a crackhead neighbour that kept ringing the council, getting us shut down.
Oh yeah.
So we were pretty much shut down. So then it forced us to move. So we bought this and then built this, and none of it was planned.
Yeah. Fuck me.
Yeah.
Now we're here.
I think big things like this, it's never a plan A. I think for it to work really well, it like comes from a deep passion A. And then people just turning up and seeing them give it their all. So was Jerome, was he amateur at that point?
Jerome
was a
came
rugby
from
player.
scratch. He'd never boxed before.
Really?
So he was rubbish. He just turned up. There's just a black guy next door that goes, "Can I come and do some training?"
Just a black guy next
He
door.
was. Hey, just
He
turned
just looked
up.
like a hood rat, stood there with his hoodie on at my letterbox, and I was like, "Who's that? Get rid of him!" He's loitering at my letterbox.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
So there wasn't plans. I think the drinking thing was what made the gym. Because if I wasn't an alcoholic, this wouldn't be a thing. Because I invested so much time into drinking. I've had my own business for ages, so I'd plumb till 12 o'clock, but I'd be in the pub, get home about 6, be hammered, tell her I've had 1 or 2. She'd be like, you either can't handle your piss or you have more. She wasn't a very good support because she was terrible as well.
Yeah.
But then when that stopped, there was this massive hole to fill, I guess, because boxing myself was gone.
Yeah.
Drinking was gone. So what the fuck do I do now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yep.
And I guess this, like boxing, filled that whole hole.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of an extremist, so it was kind of like all or nothing. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But as for plans, we didn't have plans like we want to do this and go there. It was just
Yeah.
hard. And,
Yeah.
So now do you reckon you got plans now for the boxers' futures?
yeah, definitely. Yeah, we kind of we're trying to work out like pathways and that now. So definitely now we're here, it's more planned.
Yeah. And was that hard to give up alcohol in that?
Yeah, fuck yeah, it's all I ever knew.
Yeah.
Did you like have a proper withdrawal period?
Yeah, I
Like
used to,
physical
back in the
withdrawals and
day,
that?
Like I trained real hard, but I was tough, man. Like I'd win all the races. You do a race with me, I'll beat you.
Yeah.
If you want to do a marathon, I'll do it just because I'm a stubborn prick. But I was awful. Like I'd drink, smoke. Yeah, drugs, I want every single one of them. You got alcohol, I'll drink for 5 days. I'll call you a pussy for doing 4.
Yeah.
That was kind of what I was.
But he was still the fittest guy in New Zealand boxing.
Yeah.
Despite
That's
trained
that
crazy.
he was nuts.
But it was awful. But I only went to a certain length doing that. It was,
Yeah.
I'm not proud of my career. I'm nowhere near what I want for these guys. It was just,
Yeah.
I don't know what it was.
Mindset.
Yeah, I think
mind.
that's one thing that probably taught me was mindset. But then, without the alcohol, I wouldn't have the gym, which is silly. Because I was bloody committed to my alcohol and my partying and my boxing. And then not to have that, it was like, what?
Yeah, I think like
there's nothing to do. Like time is everything, right? So I have to have my time for. I'm the sort of person. If I go inside now and you go have a rest, I'll last about 5 minutes, and I'll be like, what do I do? Like I need to be busy.
Yeah.
So definitely boxing kind of probably saved us, eh?
Yep.
As a relationship.
that's so cool.
That's cool as.
And so, did you guys give up alcohol and shit together at the same time?
I pretty much gave up once I had had kids.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
And then when I was pregnant he had tried to quit lots of times, and we were like on the verge of splitting up again. And then I think I was pregnant with my third, and then finally he managed to actually do it. And now it's been 5 years?
6 years.
Holy shit.
Yeah, and not a drop. So
You've only had one. She's only had one drink in 6 years because I said to her, because I'm giving up, you don't have to give up.
Yeah.
So one night she came back, I said, did you have a drink? I had a one. I was like, get the fuck out of my house now. Kicked her out. Like, this is payback. Get out. So, but you say, I don't give a shit. Get out.
it was actually okay, because then I was like, all right, well, now I know where you stand. Because this whole time, you're like, it's all right, you can drink.
Yeah.
You can drink, I don't mind. And then it was like, well, obviously, I can't. Fine.
Yeah.
Fine. I won't ever drink again. It's all good.
That's, I always ask him the same thing. I'm like, I don't know, would you care? It's more, I think he wouldn't care if I would have a drink, but if I went on a bender, like a bender was his weakness, you know, I think he'd be like, fuck, like.
Yeah, hard.
But she's the only one that could make me drink. If she started smoking and drinking again, that would be the only way I ever.
Yeah.
Everyone else, I wouldn't give a shit. No one could ever make me drink. But potentially, maybe Alina could.
But Tim's just done 1 year.
Yeah, 1 year sober.
Well done.
Clean off drugs
It
and
landed
alcohol.
on the day he won Golden Gloves as well.
Yeah.
Oh, good
Which is
work.
like why he kind of gave up, was to like pursue boxing more and like.
Life's way easier. Eh?
Yeah, hard out.
Especially
Way more
home
simple.
life. Holy shit. Home life's so much better.
Hard out. Yeah, definitely home life's fucking easy as now. I used to think it was hard.
Yeah.
How the fuck do I do this?
Yeah,
That's a
or like constantly thinking I'm a psycho when you're actually just leaving me and the kids for 5 days and turning your phone off, and
Yeah, hard.
God knows where he is, who he's with.
Those are the days. But no, life's way better now. Yeah, way better about drugs and alcohol.
Yeah, but we feel the same. It's like we kind of thank drugs and alcohol for getting us to where we were, because we were the same. We partied so fucking hard together. We were like, it would be a competition, like outdo each other.
Definitely.
But yeah, we definitely think that led us to where we are and why we're succeeding in like passions and things like that. It's good to look at it like that. Like, I love how you said this wouldn't happen without the drinking.
But I think with the training, like the way I train my guys, everything, I think like
like it
drinking
built
and my
like that
addictions,
stamina in you.
a lot though, because I can understand them and you can relate to people, and when there's issues, you've been in that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're not that guy going, don't drink, don't do this, don't do that, but you've never done it. You're like, get fucked.
Yeah.
But you can actually relate to people.
Yeah.
And if there is an issue, you're like, right, it's not a big deal. Like,
Yeah, hard out.
Totally.
Yeah,
I
that's
think that definitely helps being a coach of being through a bit of shit yourself.
Yeah, hard out.
And kids pick up on shit, right? So
Yeah.
you become trustworthy because they can tell that
You've worn all the hats, eh?
you're not this white privileged dude telling these not privileged dudes not to do stuff. You're actually in their shoes. You're like,
Yeah.
you, bro.
Yeah, hard out.
So
Definitely. So what's the plan for like your pros, like Mia and Andre and Jerome? Like, are they going to be kind of heading for like Vegas and shit like that?
we've got like one goal, in the gym. It's world titles,
Yeah.
whatever that is. I mean, that's just the goal of everyone. We've got 14 boxers,
elite.
14 elite boxers that train with me, Lena and Bose. And probably I wouldn't say our worst guys, but like our young guys that are 18, they're like 4-time New Zealand champions. Like, it's pretty strong.
Yeah.
So the level's high now here, so everyone knows where they've got to be. So everyone's goal is the same, and that's to become world champion. Obviously, they won't all do that.
Yeah.
Hopefully some do, but
Potentially you could have about 5 world
we're
champions.
getting close to it. I mean, Russians one fight off. He's eliminated. Jerome's only a couple off. Mia's there, so. But I've noticed, like with boxing, if you have too many strict goals, you get let down a lot. Because it's such a things can change so quick and fights can fall over and all that sort of thing. So kind of we stick to that goal, we train hard, and we kind of got that mentality, no excuses, be ready for anything. We're in New Zealand, so we're not going to get proper prep, so let's just, instead of looking for reasons why it's not fair, it's like, fuck it, we're ready, we take
hard out.
get.
Yeah, your training level's definitely crazy because it's none of your guys ever gas in the ring. Your guys' style's all different from everyone else. Is that how you want them to be? Is that how you've implemented their styles?
It's getting Lena does the fitness. So we got
That's first and foremost.
Yeah, so fitness is we kind of have a list. So like someone comes, so we don't have many new people. Like we might have one. We've got Oliver that's come in. That's new. He's fucking going mean.
Yeah, hard out.
He's gotten so much
better,
eh?
Yeah, since he's come here.
He's just bought into what we do.
Yeah, he's so aggressive.
You can't kind of make. Everyone's their own person, but I've got certain things they've got to do. And first ones, they've got to have a fitness level that's ridiculous. And Alina does it. So you tell them what.
So, like Tuesdays, we do a hard fitness session, and because Andre's got a 12 rounder coming up, Mia's got a 10, Jerome's got a 10, then we're doing like 12 3-minute rounds of intense, like the worst fitness I can come up with. But then pretty much like just non-stop, like not like boxing where you go on, off, and moments of break. There's no break. But anyway, so that's for conditioning and fitness. And then like the others will come along. So Ollie's just started and Erin's doing it. They're not going to fight 12 rounds for a long, long time. But, they all support each other. And it's like, you know what, Russian's doing 12 rounds, you can all do it too. So they're all training at that like pro level. Yeah, and that's first and foremost. You have to be fit before they can do any of the others, implement what Isaac wants you to. So, especially with his style where it's like, go forward, don't back off. If you're not fit, you're going to get beat up walking into someone, right? So,
all these things like, it's a smart man. If you ain't tough, you ain't going nowhere in this game, man. You need to be one seriously tough guy to be a top pro boxer. That doesn't mean you have to be an angry guy or anything like that. Tough is just you need to be mentally tough more than anything, right? And physically tough. And if you're not, you ain't gonna make it.
No.
You get beat up, man. So it's kind of the fitness, and then you're not wasting your time. And then we start putting our style onto people. People might say, "Oh, they just go forward, they just do this," but it's not about that. It's about the reasons why we're doing it and reasons. Being in positions, and you see, guys are saying they knock a lot of guys out. It's because they're in the right spots to knock them out. And we've kind of, I don't know, trial and error. We've kind of made this style.
Well, it's working, obviously.
And it's working, And it's not for everyone. And we had a big talk the other day, and it's like, no one has to be here. I got no contracts with any of them. If you want to go, go. Like, I don't want to train anyone that doesn't want to be here. And if you don't buy into what we're doing, don't be here. That's
that's good. That mental toughness that all your boxers got would be from the killer fitness that you're giving them. That's where the
just attitude.
Also, even like Kyan is sparring with Andre, or the kids are sparring with Jerome. Obviously, like it's all controlled, but still, like they have to rise to them. And even the training on the bags and everything, they're training right next to these guys, Jerome and Andre. You can't help but rise to that level. If you train with average, you're just going to remain average.
Totally.
That's like kind of keep the quality up. And it's taken me years. That's one thing that I've learned, and it's taken me years to do. Like when we had the other gym, at one stage we might have had 10, 14-year-olds. But I was like, what a waste of time. They're all mates. It's just a... So now it's like, nah. You've got to be at a certain level, and if you're not there, you're gone. And we've had some people leave.
He'd try and just save every kid that, needed a place. And like, I love that intention, but it wasn't going to work. It watered down the gym and what was trying to happen.
Too many other people taking it serious.
That
need your attention.
But I think the guys now, like Andre and Jerome, Mia, they don't put up with shit. Like, if people aren't training to the level, they're training at a level that's ridiculous, and their mindset's amazing, really. They're going so hard. So if people aren't, they just get this out of here.
It would make the young ones work harder, surely.
Oh, totally.
Just makes our job easy.
10-year-old, that it's my son's rugby mate, but he's a good rugby player. And then Isaac was watching and saw him start a fight with a kid. And Isaac was like, he'll be a good boxer.
Yeah.
But sure enough, he's only been boxing like nearly 3 months, and he's already won his first 3 fights.
Was it the other
probably
weekend?
saw it
Yeah, he was so good.
Yeah.
And he
did
trained
so
for
well.
I
all
don't do
those
kids, but I
guys.
was like, I don't do kids, but I want to do you. So we've got like all these top boxers and this one token 10-year-old.
Yeah. What's his name? Because we'll see him.
Jason Tanoa.
There we go. We'll see him in about 10
But
minutes.
he's
See what's going to
fearless.
happen.
He couldn't fight to save his life when he turned up, but he was just fearless.
Yeah,
just
yeah.
On the field, it's like, he just don't care. Like,
Yeah.
That was all attitude,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
That's that mental
like,
toughness that you're looking for.
Yeah.
That's sick.
That's so
And
cool.
you go, you want to fight? He'll be like, yo. Yeah, you're fighting? No. Okay.
Yeah.
He could teach some of the adults, their attitude.
Yeah, hard out. Have you seen some of those programs in like Australia for the youth boxers that started?
No.
Heaps of the ones that came over for that Tri-Nations were doing it. I think they were all doing it. You know, they had like the same
Like the
coaches.
government funded like boxing.
They have like a school, like you go to normal high school and shit, and it's they box all day, and then they do like schooling out of hours.
So they're basically paid athletes.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah.
Full-time.
Would that be hard to start something like that in New Zealand?
Yeah.
There's no
Yes,
money.
because all the money goes to fucking rugby.
Yeah, you're right. And all the fucking people that run it.
I hate it. Honestly.
Yeah, hard out.
All the people who run it will only pick who they want to pick anyway.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
true,
Look at how it goes. But fuck.
But that's I was just because the gap between the Aussies and the New Zealand, you can see it,
It was huge.
Yeah.
and you're like, fuck. And
That
then I
was their
talked.
B team.
Was
it?
it?
That's not their A team.
And then I talked to one of them, and they're like, yeah, we do this program over there. I was just like,
Yep, they get heaps of backing. And
New Zealand needs to do more funding, different funding.
But they don't, I think one thing we do here is I have no time for New Zealand boxing. They don't like me because I call them out on everything, and rightly or wrongly, I don't care. I've got no time for those people because I think that they don't treat kids fairly, and I don't think if you're not known and you want to fight, you don't go somewhere the person who's known goes. I think it's bullshit. So
Yeah, they seem to have their kind of like golden boys.
they always have. It's just I suppose every sport's it's just crap. But I think what we try and have here is we always say peach boxing in the country, fuck it, we just train hard, we're not going to make excuses. We're trying to create our own thing like those Aussies are doing, but it's here. Like the Sunnies and Kyans and Omids, they're just turning 18, but they're in an environment now where they can reach those levels.
Yeah.
I think that's one thing I've does. Instead of waiting for people to do something, just do it yourself.
Yeah.
Get your little gym and
Totally.
and don't have excuses. Like I always say to our guys, don't have excuses. We don't go somewhere because we haven't had enough notice and make an excuse. We're ready.
Yeah.
And if you want to go drink piss in the weekends and do that stuff and you're not ready, get out.
Yeah.
Like,
So when it comes to like the judges, I know you've been pretty vocal on social media about that. Well, even ringside, you've been very vocal, walking out fucking swearing and shit at them. So what is up with that? Is the judges, do they have like ulterior motives there? I don't know. Why is it happening so much?
in boxing,
Has it always happened?
Yeah, it's always gonna happen to a certain point because boxing, it's a person's opinion, isn't it, being a judge. And I mean, sometimes maybe I'm wrong, but I'm pretty emotional when it comes to my fighters.
Yeah.
So I kind of fight for my fighters.
Yeah.
If I don't agree with something, I'm going to say it. And people will like me and dislike me for it. I don't really give a fuck. And like my whole intention's my fighters. And I'm always happy to say sorry if I'm wrong. And I am wrong often. But unless I'm not that wrong, like sometimes I lose my shit. It's appalling what's happening.
It's being able to admit that as well.
But I think, I look, in pro boxing, it's a very emotional charged thing, and the way it's cornered, it's just a different game than amateurs. But I think probably my problem is that I go to these high level things and like people wouldn't even understand the cutthroatness of it and what I have to go through sometimes in these big things. And then I come back here to these little shows, but I'm still a little bit like that. And just because I've gone to a world title with David and I come and corner Sonny or Kyan, it's still their world title. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But then sometimes it's a bit embarrassing. Like, fuck, maybe I shouldn't be quite like that, you know?
Nah, it's good though.
I'm just passionate about it.
Yeah.
And to me, it's just as important to be with them.
I don't think anyone...
There's no levels,
Their fight's just important to me as that big fight.
Yeah.
Like, oh, we'll just go to this stink little one at the ABA, but then we're going to go to the same. Nah,
I love that, and I love how you corner everyone. You know, like you're always there for them all. It's so cool.
Yeah, hard out.
Especially when you're getting
It's just showing
to that
them
level with the pros.
they're all worth it, man. Like,
Yeah,
I think it's important.
Yeah.
But yeah,
So
it's
does
not always
that
a good look when you're losing your shit at the ABA in front of a lot of parents and that's so
No, it's good though
It's
because it brings
good.
light. It brings
Yeah.
some people in the crowd like start realizing shit and noticing shit as well.
Yeah, definitely.
But I think with the
Especially at
amateur judging,
ABA.
it's just I don't think they know what they're doing. I
Yeah.
think there's no training for it, and I just think it's complete incompetence.
Yeah.
And I think sometimes, I mean, look, it's a human thing, right? So the judges, and they probably dislike me, and I wouldn't like me if I was a judge. I'd
Yeah.
hate me. So I probably get a raw end sometimes.
Yeah.
Or maybe it's that everyone's getting a raw end sometimes, but when I get a raw end, I really make a song and dance about it.
Is it ever awkward for you, Alina? Because I know you judge and stuff as
No,
well.
not at all, because I completely agree.
Yeah.
Like, my goal is to try and get in there and sort of put some systems in place to try and fix it up somewhat. Because with amateurs, I don't really think it's not ulterior motives as such. I think it's more incompetence.
Right.
Like, they're all volunteers. I mean, that's their excuse they use all the time. It's volunteers. But there's just no one that can sort it.
Yeah.
And you get trained online via Zoom. So
Yeah,
any
I
old
was
lady
because
can
I
walk
was
off
trying
the
to.
street
I
and
got
start.
so sick of like when we had coast boxing. I got so sick of it happening to some of our fighters, and I was online trying to find out how to become a judge, and I couldn't even find anything.
You just do an online course.
Shit.
Yeah,
so
on Zoom.
literally.
And what was it
anyone
like one
could-
day? One day
Keith
course?
Walker, yeah, like an hour.
Oh
And then
my
you probably do
God.
a little paper test, and then you do like 10 or 15, whatever, their supervisory bouts. But then you're qualified.
It's
and
just
you can,
crazy because some of these guys, like on that day, was it Olympic?
qualifiers.
Yeah,
It's
like,
actually
that's their
changing the
future.
route of their whole career.
Especially
and
because
their
it
whole-
happens every 4 years. Is it 4 years Olympics?
It's fucked.
Like some of these kids are at their peak age and their peak, to go and do that. They want to turn pro, It's like
I think what's
these guys
frustrating
are
is
playing
they're
with
not
their career.
accountable.
Yeah.
They're not what?
accountable. The judges aren't accountable.
Yeah.
So some things are horrendous. So, well, let's,
And then what? Yeah, like there's no system
nothing.
to even talk about it.
Yeah.
It's just the only one that even tries to talk about is him. And then they go, oh, yeah, they threatened to kick him out of New Zealand boxing, because of the way he goes about it. And then other people, all the other coaches are pretty happy to just go, oh, that's just boxing. It's the way it is. Well,
Yeah, yeah.
Why is it?
Why,
It's not,
eh?
it shouldn't be.
Yeah.
It's not the way it is.
Yeah.
I think a big thing with being a coach is you got to fight for your fighters, man. If
Yeah.
your fighters know that you got their back, they're
Yeah.
going to perform. They're going to trust you. You're going to get your results, right?
Yeah,
But
yeah.
if they're getting ripped off and you're kind of like, oh, it's just boxing.
Yeah.
What are you showing them, man? It's like, I'm not accepting that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
totally.
yeah.
And if they we'll ban you, we'll whoopee shit, do it, whatever. That's what,
Yeah,
When
yeah.
Lena's got a license, she'll go in the corner, I'll yell from the stand.
No, I think it's awesome what you're doing with it.
Characters would be boring if everyone just
Yeah.
told like,
Hard out.
boxing's known for all this stuff, and
No, I think it's awesome what you're doing. We shouldn't just sit there and go, that's just boxing. Because what if one of those kids goes, oh, well, I work my hardest and leave it in the hands of these incompetent people. That's just boxing. So I should pick something else.
They do.
No.
Heaps of people leave.
Yeah, heaps of people
boxing
leave because of the
that.
judges, eh?
Yeah,
get
it's
beaten down for it,
horrible.
eh?
And then
Yeah.
it also shows you, like, in life,
Yeah.
what? So if somebody with
Exactly.
authority says it's this way, you should just go, okay.
Especially
Yeah.
at that
Like-
age as well, when they're kind of developing their thoughts around how things work in the world.
Exactly.
It's so, ugh.
I think I'm pretty extreme against those New Zealand boxing sort of setup and that, but I've got this kind of mentality. I don't know why, or maybe it's because of my own issues regarding boxing and stuff. But it's very like I like the underdog. I think that's why I got so many fucking tattoos, man. I feel like tattooing my whole face, to be honest, because of this fucking it feels like this 50 to 60-year-old white man sitting up there controlling all these guys' lives, and if you don't fit into a category, you're not in. And my thing's kind of like you can be who the hell you want, man. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, hard out.
It's the same with like the police always trying to stop you from fighting Golden Gloves. As well.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah, it's bullshit.
Always try and
Both
get me on
years.
characteristics or.
Yeah.
This year they said I'm a menace to society. Like, it's like what the fuck?
I didn't even know that the police meddled in the amateur.
the Golden
They-
Gloves thing.
They were going to shut down the whole Golden Gloves last year if I fought. Like, I got it all in letters. And I was just like,
But
what the
Chris
hell?
Martin wrote this amazing letter for him last year. It was
Yeah.
he name dropped like everyone, and it was just such a good letter. Eh?
Yeah. And then this year, like, Jono and then the Auckland team got together and helped me out, let me get in the tournament. But it's just like, authority.
It's a big problem with fucking this world. Is like all the stuff about second chances and this and that, and blah, blah, blah. There's no second chances in this world. These guys just want to smoke you forever.
Yeah, no.
Well, everyone's had shit, right?
Yeah.
It's like, well, how the hell are we meant to get better or fix or...
Exactly.
All you're doing is, it's fucked.
It's just like jail system, you know, like they just think truck them in and bring them out and everything's going to be okay. But there's no rehabilitation of like, you know, how you should really be in society. Like everyone can be their own person, but when it comes to like violence and, you know, robberies and things like that, like some people, it's all they know. It's all they've
100%.
been taught or grown up watching. But why can't we teach people, you know, like why is it just you get this one chance and if you fuck it up, you're gone?
Yeah, hard out. They can't even like, the system's fucking fucked like that.
Yeah.
That's how people just end up back in the system.
Yeah, definitely.
They're never going to, they're assuming because it's never going to get out, right?
No.
There's no hope.
No.
Especially I
Family
find it weird with
cycles.
boxing with that. Like they stop a lot of, I think, like ex-gang members or gang members or anyone with criminal history from fighting. But
I'm
it's
sure
like
at
they're
one
doing something better.
stage, it was if you were, I remember it used to be like, if you were up on charges, they wouldn't let you fight.
Yeah.
And then once it's done, it's done, right?
Yeah.
But now it's
Yeah.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
It needs to change because boxing is a rehabilitation anyway.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, hard
It's used for, it was used for, like we've already talked about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably saved both of our fucking lives.
Yeah, definitely.
And like, that denying people of being able to use it as that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's one of the
Totally.
best weapons we can do.
I think they almost
Exactly.
want people to stay criminals and
They try and say boxing's like violent and it's going to
yeah.
bring the wrong crowd to the events, but it's like, it helped me.
Yeah, you've never had a street fight since.
Most
And before that, it
people
was fighting every fucking
most
weekend.
people that actually fight as a sport won't do it out there. It's,
Yeah.
it's all the pufters out there that
Totally.
want to be fighting.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
hard
Out
out.
there.
Yeah.
They won't do it in here.
But yeah, and they're like the police and all the like systems that they don't understand because they've never done any combat or like learnt the actual art of boxing or anything like that. And that's where you actually learn to like, you don't even want to do anything outside the ring at all.
How are you going to change your kid's life? You got a kid that's violent, he's taking drugs, he's doing robberies, he's doing all that shit. You can't go, okay, go from here, and now you got to be good. You got to slowly work it out, right? Boxing, what a way to do it. You can still punch people, like, you're
Yeah.
still getting that outlet, you're still
Yeah.
getting that physical, that man shit going on. But you're starting to channel it.
control.
Before you know
Yeah.
it, you're getting
Discipline.
down to here.
Yeah.
You can't go from here to here.
Yeah, hard out.
Boxing's the best tool there is, man.
It is. I think
Hey.
all guys actually need to do it to get aggression out.
Yes.
You know, it just to release that much. And even getting punched in the face, I think, is so good for males.
Yeah, it's the biggest.
And it's giving you that rush, right?
Yeah.
It's giving you that rush that might be the robbery gives you a rush or whatever. Boxing
Yeah.
give you that rush.
Yeah.
You don't walk out in front of all your mates. It's giving you that fear. It's giving you
Yeah, you're getting it
that
all.
same feeling can come with so many other
Yeah.
Yeah.
bad things boxing can give you. But
Totally.
these idiots are taking that away because it is a drug, boxing, right?
Yeah,
You
that's,
can't replace that feeling of walking out and everyone clapping you or that fear of fighting.
Yeah,
everyone
yeah.
watching, blah, blah, blah.
everything, You get the adrenaline, you get the whole package with boxing.
And all these other petty crimes are giving them adrenaline because they're
Yeah.
bored. Boxing's giving you the same adrenaline.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Instead of running from police, you're in a room with people yelling your name. Same thing.
Yeah,
Same,
yeah.
same rush.
Yeah, yeah,
Same
hard out.
fear. Right?
Yeah.
I guess.
Is that why they keep cancelling heaps of corporate events as well, eh?
Mm.
But that's how Tim got started, you know? Like, that's how he found out he loved boxing, was just...
Yeah, like
Doing
when I was
Pathway for there is no. I wonder how maybe we should try and look at it, like get a lawyer and go and. There's no like criteria, right?
nah.
It's like this week
Just
you
pick and
can't
choose.
fight, but
Yeah.
next week you can.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
But there needs
Well,
to
again, it's
be-
that bureaucracy, the white men at the top just going, this is the way it is.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, yeah.
I feel like you can't this week.
yeah.
There's
Yeah.
no, like,
It was like that. Like 1 week I could fight under my name, like in the corporate world, I could fight under my name. And then the next month it was like, oh, you can't fight. So I had to fight under my brother's name.
Yeah, so his brother's got a good record.
My brother's got a record. My brother's got a big boxing record. But
And then you'll get in trouble. They'll be like, "Oh, but you're forced. They force you to do everything, right?"
yeah. But they definitely need to set something up like that because it will change a lot of people's lives.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I'll jump on board with you guys if you want to tackle it somehow.
And then there's a way. And okay, if the police you can't fight after this, but once you've done it, you can fight.
Yeah.
Sweet, we know now. So there can be sort of a
stepping stones.
It's like if you go to court and you don't want to go to jail, you might have to do a course of this, or at least you've got some sort of. But boxing, there's nothing. It's just like, I hope my police permit goes through.
Yeah.
Come on.
And training's so hard, and and even having your family buy those tables, how expensive they are, and then what you might rock up and be told, "No, you can't." And
the police tell you the day before as well. It's always on the Friday evening. Boom, you can't fight on Saturday. It's like, fuck.
It's ridiculous, that.
Yeah, it sucks, man. But there's definitely needs to be something in the place. I reckon you could change it. You got the perfect place as well. Out west, like West Auckland's full of crime and people looking for something to do. There's just nothing to do, really.
Yeah.
I suppose no one's got the time to do it. Maybe we can get a few people together.
And take on another project, guys.
It would only be a meeting with the police and maybe a lawyer to come and back it up.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, they haven't got time to go too deep into stuff.
Yeah, exactly. They want to sort shit out just as easy as possible as well. Well, sometimes. Yeah, even Age would be keen to do something like that, because he's loving doing his corporate events.
Yeah, heaps of them get shut down. Yeah, it's definitely something to talk about. And how long have you been doing promotions? You done any events yet?
We did. Isaac's retirement fight was our first promotion, I think, so 2012.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. And how many have you done since then? You know, got numbers?
11 years, 50 something. We do 3 to 5 a year.
Yeah.
5 a year now.
Yeah.
Probably done.
But that's
Sick.
That's only in the last few years, though, since we've had this stable, that we've started doing regular promotions.
Oh, we did right down at the Raz, or we used to do 3?
Oh, yeah, true.
Is that pro and amateur or just the pros?
Pro and amateur.
Oh,
we always put on, that's always been Isaac's big thing, to have a big amateur undercard. Because, back in the day, it used to be you put amateurs on and they'd look up to like Shane Cameron fighting, and there was a goal to fight on this big stage, and then it kind of went all corporate, and then it all just became corporate and pro, and then there was nowhere cool for amateurs to fight, just ABA on a Saturday afternoon when it comes to.
Yeah.
But the whole point is we're trying to like raise the next generation of pros, so we need to give them this great stage to fight on, and a whole
give
amateur
them a taste
undercard,
of
bring them
what they're
from all
working
around
for.
New Zealand, put on good, exciting amateur bouts, not boring, shitty ones. And then they fight on the undercard. We started putting on a few, like 3 corporate fights, because we've got our box fit guys.
This is to help sell it.
Yeah.
We have to. And then you have the pros on the top.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's cool.
And so did you guys put on Mia's last fight? Was that a Peach?
No, so Dean Lonergan and Liam Lonergan do those. We work quite closely with them. Obviously Isaac's the coach and the manager and does a lot with them, and then Dean hires me to organise the fighters and the logistics and stuff. So that's kind of like a separate job, but we still work closely.
How do you find the time to do that? I just don't know. Have you guys got more hours in your days than us?
I wish we did.
Trying to organise something of such an event like that was an epic event, Mia's last fight. I loved that.
It was. It's cool because that's a level up that we can't do as a Peach boxing promotion. They've got big backers and sponsors and funding, and it's just that another international stage of filling big stadiums like that those guys need to be on.
Yeah.
We aren't there yet. And I don't even know if we want to go there. Like, he needs to be coaching, managing. Yeah, we don't need to try and be top promoters.
Totally.
Because it's all a lot.
Yeah, especially when the boys will be getting more overseas fights and the girls.
Yeah, those events are big risks as well, though.
Absolutely,
those massive ones.
Especially in New Zealand, I can imagine it must be so hard. We have the most PC country with the worst health and
Sponsors
safety.
don't want to know.
Yeah.
People don't want to back boxing. People
Yeah.
don't want to back success.
Yeah.
Like, the tall poppy syndrome. It's really hard. We've been desperate for years to try and get sponsors and backing, and it's just so hard.
Why do you think why do you think no one really wants to know about boxing over here?
It's hard, eh? Like, we've got one sponsor. And we always have. We have not asked, like, we're trying, but no one will. I get meetings with so many yuppies that will talk your ear off.
Yeah.
Then they'll
Take you to go see their boat, eh?
Yeah. The guy the other day polishing his boat, telling how much it's worth. Then he goes, "You already got it." Or he said, "I could maybe do 500 a month." It's like, I don't want you on my t-shirt for 500 a month.
Yeah.
That's why I'm plumbing, bro. I'll put my own name on with
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they want so much for it. If they're going to give you something, they whisper about wanting the gym to be called their name. So it's like, don't worry, man.
Yeah.
Usually, if you ever do get people to help you, it's usually just a tradesman that's just wanting to help.
Yeah.
Doesn't really want anything.
recognition.
Yeah.
Like, here you guys go.
Yeah.
Fuck, it sucks, man, how countries like that.
Yeah, it's really, it's not into combat sport.
It's because it makes as we've seen at that tournament with the Aussies, you can see the gap getting bigger and bigger.
Yeah, totally.
And it's like people need to start noticing that boxing is actually a sport of New Zealand.
And there's so much talent here.
So much talent.
Look what's here. And, like, there is so much potential.
Yeah.
Kiwis can fight.
Yeah,
So
totally.
with the right tools and the right people and team around them, they can really go to the top of the world.
Yeah.
We should be taking advantage of, like, even Izzy with the UFC, we should be taking advantage of, like, Kiwi fighters can get to the top.
Yep.
Yeah, and look what he did. He doesn't want to fight in New Zealand now because of that.
Yeah,
and that's
because
revenue
of our
that they've missed out on.
media.
They're not looking into the future,
Yeah,
Yep.
literally.
Like Andre and Jerome and all that, Mia, they're going to make it to the top and they're going to miss out on the same thing.
I don't know what it is with this country, but it's like that. It's like New Zealand.
Yeah.
I think
like,
it's
I don't wanna
because,
see the
like,
national anthem,
we are
to be
so
honest.
English based.
Hard.
And
It
that's,
tastes-
like, prestigious rugby. Like, it's very... Like, you look at New Zealand rugby and you go to, like, rugby games that are local here and it's all rough and, like, the guys are all rough.
Yep.
But they act completely different when they go to England. It's, like, very prestigious because it's, like, a private school sport there. It's not, they all play football, like soccer over there. So when you play rugby over there and, I think it's league in Australia, but they're private school sports, So they're just, I don't know. New Zealand's too, like, England.
It is Ponzi. Rough's good. I love rough.
Yeah, rough's
I'm rough.
good.
Fuck it. Like,
And we are rough. Like, why are we trying to act like we're something we're not? New
you've got to be
Zealand's
in a
rough.
category to get picked. That's what pisses me off. I see it happen time and time again. Kids miss out because they're not
Yeah.
The golden boy.
Yeah.
golden,
they
nice,
want.
rich dad.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah, fuck, it sucks, man. New Zealand needs to change that. I don't know how we change it, but we definitely need to change that tall poppy syndrome.
Yeah.
support the underdog, man.
Yeah.
Hey.
Definitely. Support ourselves, like...
Anyone that's starting to succeed, that everyone's just waiting in the wings for them to fail.
Yeah.
Instead of
What
trying to
is
push
that?
them forward, eh?
What is that?
It's like here, like my one rule is you got to be yourself. Anyone's not themselves. Like everyone's so different.
Yeah.
And I watch them and don't try and be anyone else. Just be 100% you, man.
Yeah.
This women try and categorize people and shit. I was like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Sucks.
found that even starting the podcast, like, it'll never be your friends and family that kind of like share it or things like that. It's always random people.
Yeah, it's always...
like,
Yeah, hard out.
I don't know. And people kind of, I remember just telling a few people we were going to start a podcast at the end of last year and everyone's just like, oh, yeah.
Like waiting for the fadeaway.
Yeah.
Just watching in
It's
the
like,
wings.
just support each other.
Hard out. Support all your friends,
Like,
man. It starts in your
it
circle.
takes more energy to, like, spread hate than love.
Yeah, hard out. It all starts in your circle, really. You need to be that one change in your circle. And
Yeah.
I think you're right. Like with the change, the thing I noticed here, like when I used to drink, everyone drank.
Yeah.
So everyone would get wasted. We'd have beers after, you know what I mean? Like, because that was me. No one drinks in my gym. People were like, is that the rule? No. There's no rule. I have no rule.
Yeah.
But no one drinks because that's the culture you set.
Yeah.
You just don't. You lead by example. If you lead by example, everyone else seems to check in, right?
It's so true.
Yeah, hard out. That's
Set
what I
the
noticed.
standard, eh?
Yeah, that's what I noticed about the amateur scene. Like I used to drink after all my fights in the corporate world, but the amateur scene, it's like just there's not a rule you don't drink after, but just no one does it. So you just follow suit.
So what about like relationship? Do you guys get any time to yourselves?
No.
Not really. Hey,
Or
our
even
kids
alone?
don't sleep, so like we weren't blessed with chill
Holy
sleepers.
shit.
So yeah, the kids are asleep by maybe 10 at night. We usually got a bit of work to do. Yeah,
It's
it was
full on.
kind of a joke how for me to when I started fighting again was like, oh well, I can get some time with Isaac in the corner. Like, at least I'll get to see my husband.
That's so funny.
Yeah, so it's a bit like that, eh?
Oh my
That's
gosh.
That's
So
all right, though. I think everything just becomes your norm.
yeah,
There'll be a time in our life where you can get that.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
not now.
yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't feel like we miss out. I think we're good.
Yeah, I think we're the best we've ever been, really.
Yeah. Too much time can just do the opposite, I reckon.
No, I don't think we could.
Like-
We couldn't actually hang out together. That
That would be weird.
like,
It actually does that. It's like when we go to bed and there's always one kid in the bed. And if there's not, I'm just like,
Yeah.
what do we talk about?
Yeah, hard out. So what, did you grow up out west?
Yeah, I've always been West.
he's got Westy tattooed across. Oh, he's got West on him like 7 times.
Very proud of West.
Yeah.
Whereabouts?
Glen Eden.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So I did my family house was Glen Eden, and then just always West. Then flats. Then we've moved slowly this way, really. Eh?
Yeah. He can't move away far from his mother in Titirangi. So I think we'll always be out here.
Lena's from the shore, so
Oh,
Are you?
Yeah.
so when I met her, I was like, we live in West.
Yeah, you're going to have to come out here. There's no other option.
did you,
loves the shore,
whereabouts out in the shore did you grow up?
Murray's Bay.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
You don't
I know
even
where that is. All I know is west.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm from the coast and he's from west, so.
True.
Yeah. Yeah, I grew up in Massey.
Oh,
Oh, sweet.
And now you've gone up there.
Yeah, moved up there. I haven't, and when I'm up there, I don't know any street names. I don't know. I don't know nothing. Well, as soon
Because
as
we
someone
had
talks about
coast
west, I'm like,
boxing for a little bit.
Right.
So.
but yeah, then we ended up just staying up there.
Yeah, come back to the West.
Yeah, I want to. I want my kids to grow up out west there, but
Well, I want my
She thinks
kids
it's
to
too
grow
rough.
up at the beach.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
That's
I
my
want the
one
beach.
thing.
I think
It's
West
just
Brit-
the most easiest, cheapest, instant entertainment. You know, like
West
if
builds
you're just
character though.
hitting the roof, it's like just jump in the car or walk to the beach.
Yeah.
You know, it's just so easy. Just sand, eat it. I don't care. Just shush.
Yeah.
No, West is good. Can't fail here.
Yeah.
It's our next project is to bring boxing big West. I'm
Yeah.
real passionate about West. I don't really care about anywhere else. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I need to get better at that. Like, when you say share the love and stuff, I'm very like Peach boxing versus the world, West Auckland versus. I'm very.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've always been like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Territory.
It's like anyone who's with me is with me. Anyone who's not, fuck you.
I think everyone from out west is so passionate about.
West is the best.
Why
Honestly.
is that, eh?
No.
We're not like, yeah, the north. Like,
Yeah.
It's because it'll be embarrassing.
Yeah, West Auckland's the best. Honestly, is the best. Got the best characters.
What's so great about it?
Everything.
that's
the hills.
nuts.
It
Have you,
is
walked-
nuts.
When I first moved here and walked down like Henderson by the mall, I was like, what
Yeah, same.
the f-?
Just like you
Now,
can't even
it's
sleep.
normal. Now you probably say hello to them because you know. them.
Honestly, the
used to it.
helicopters are like white noise to him. He's just like, oh,
The other day
love
I
that
ran
noise.
through Ranui for the first time because I don't know streets around here either. And I just ran through and I was like, oh my God.
Yeah,
All these characters.
there's a lot going on. Eh?
Yeah.
Takes all types to make a
It
world.
does.
A lot of potential though out west.
Hard out.
All everywhere.
Yeah, there's potential everywhere.
How did your relationship start with Mia? Like, how did you guys? When did you notice that she could be a world champion?
I knew Mia when she was young, so I trained with Mia at a different gym, obviously.
As amateurs.
As amateurs, so I was like, I don't know, I'd be 22 years old or 23 years old, and she'd be 14, 15. So I was kind of her mate then. She was a little married girl, and I was kind of a rugged white guy, and we didn't fit in the gym because everyone was flash.
Yeah.
We were both not flash, so we were kind of, I don't know. She was cool. And then she went through her shit, and she came back to us.
2020.
Yeah, she turned up at my house.
2020,
She has
is
her own
that
story
it?
about it, but it's bullshit. She just turned up. She's trying to say that I was ringing her, and I don't ring her. She's all go ship me.
She turned up at the back door with a baby in a capsule and the toddler.
Yeah, and then she goes, I remember I was in the room, because I remember she goes,
Yeah, she came to...
there's some girl here. And I was like, oh, Mia. And she had a baby and 2 babies, eh?
Yeah, the baby and the
4-month-old
toddler.
and a 1-year-old. So she came in, I was like, you want to feed? No. And she's like, oh, I might do some training. She started the next day, and
That was
away
it.
we went.
Hey.
I was like,
Holy
okay, you're going to
shit.
be champion of the world, let's go. And she's like, fuck off. I was like, I'm not joking. And I booked her a fight. I never asked them, like, what, do you want to fight soon? Or I'm just like, fuck it, I'll go sort it.
Yeah.
And to pressure them into it so they get the bug and they get hooked.
Yeah.
And then, just, I don't know. She's been pretty good, like, to our family. Like, she's been very part of our family
She's
from
really,
the start.
Mm.
Like, Alina, so I'm kind of like, everyone welcome in the house, blah, blah. Alina's like, this is my house, so I need my boundaries. She's very like that, and I'm very like, I need her like that. Otherwise,
Classic
I'd have
male.
30 people living in the house. Yeah. But with me, for some reason, with Alina and Mia's always been fine at the house. She's stayed here, she's lived here, she's done what Mia can do whatever she wants. Hey, it's always going to work for you.
Yeah.
Which is kind of cool.
Yeah.
Because it's not a normal thing for you.
Yeah, I am really particular about our space. But I think I just have to be more because we always have people.
Yeah,
in our
and
space.
your work is at your home as well, so you've got to set that from day one.
But for some reason, from the start, Mia's always, she's always been welcome for me. But for Alina, it's always been okay for her to be in her space. Live in her space, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Mia's been, I don't know, Mia's probably the closest to family out of everyone.
Yeah.
She just kind of just
Pretty much my son's best friend now.
Yeah. It looks
He likes
like
her
it.
more than us.
Yeah.
In fact, they all
all the kids love
Mia
her.
Jet gets her hair done this morning by Mia. And I can't do it right, so.
So yeah, I mean, like Mia's boxing stuff, it's all just, she's just part of the family.
Yeah.
She's here, comes and goes when she wants.
Yeah, it's awesome. And how's her future looking? It looks pretty bright from afar.
Well, I mean, in boxing, obviously, her goal is to get more belts. So it's just a matter of we just keep doing what we're doing with DNL, and hopefully trying to create or get those opportunities overseas with the other title holders.
Yeah.
And ideally, they want the Ali Scottney fight, who's got the IBF belt.
Right.
That was kind of in talks last year, but that's like the next one that would be the best. But yeah, she'll keep doing this for a few more years maybe. And then the great thing about Mia is now she's set up to have a career outside of boxing. Like she's doing her public speaking, her I Am Hope ambassador stuff, and she's amazing at it. Like she's really found her niche.
Yeah.
She's so good at it. And she's so good with people and from children to old people, and she can get paid. She can earn way more money doing that than boxing. So once she finishes her boxing, she's got that to do for the rest of her life and be comfortable, set up, look after her kids.
That's so cool. It's another example of that, like turning those hardships into something, like she can, everything really, she went through, she can turn it into what she's doing now. It's so cool.
That's what's frustrating, right? We'll go back to what we were talking about before. It's like Mia got the shit beaten out of her for years, right? She's nearly been killed by it. It was horrendous what Mia went through. And boxing saved her life. No, she's this real positive, like it's an amazing story. And boxing fixes stuff, just like I was saying.
Yeah.
Like, people can come out as rehabilitation on all sides of life.
And is that something you guys kind of encourage, is like looking at your career after boxing? And
to be frank, Isaac, with all of his boxes, he pretty much sorts their whole entire life. So it's not just the boxing, but all of this stuff for Mia, he's orchestrated all of it to create all of this for her. And that's even amazing. Like Jerome's got his boxing career, but he's our only plumbing employee. So Isaac's put him through his apprenticeship, give him a full-time job to support him for outside of boxing. I mean, probably next year he won't be able to plumb anymore, but that's what he does. It's not just in here that he's coaching them. the other guys, he'll like set them up with mortgage brokers to try and figure out how to buy a house and all this other stuff outside of boxing, which is an amazing thing.
Job. I think.
I don't know. I don't think other coaches do that.
Yeah, but that's part of what we do. But it's not all that. Yeah, but also like people always try and give you credit, like, oh, you're helping this guy, you're doing that, but they do a lot for you. Like I need them just as much.
But it's why they trust you as well, because you care about every aspect of their life, not just in
the way the gym. There's so much people help to make the gym work. Like my brother's massive. My brother comes every day. He trains every day. He doesn't get the recognition that we get because we're the owners or whatever. But he does heaps of work. Never moans. Here every day to do it.
Yeah.
And then you've got all the fighters. They pitch in their own way. You know? So it takes the whole gym's like community that makes
it is.
Work, okay?
But you're a good leader.
Just take the compliment.
Yeah. You say I don't compliment you.
What about Jerome? How'd you meet? Was he just your neighbour?
He was the neighbour, yeah. He was literally the neighbour. Like his house was over the fence, and apparently, like his dad
could hear it.
off because he would, you know.
So did he just pop over? Because he seems so reserved. He's very humble,
shy.
isn't he? Yeah.
Like 6 months or a year or so.
To get the courage to come.
Did he think about it for that long?
And then he was standing at the letterbox like this.
Oh,
too scared to ask.
how old was he?
19.
Mm,
And Lena's like, get rid of him. Like, what's he
Yeah.
up to? Because he's kind of just...
Like how when he stands like in the corner.
Yeah, I've known him. He was friends with my brother.
Yeah.
Oh,
I've
yeah.
known him since he was young, yeah.
True.
Yeah, I remember what he was like.
He said, can I train? And he didn't come. And he turned up at like 5 and training was at, or 6 and training was at 5. I was like, waste of time. But all right, come tomorrow. And he came and he wasn't that good. But then he got better real quick, hey?
So he had a few
He wasn't that good. He
fights
turned up.
to
It's just
start.
like every other person that just turns up.
Yeah.
Guy that's played some rugby who thinks he can fight his crap. And then, but he just had this ability to get better faster than everyone else. Like weekly, you'd be like, sheesh.
Far out.
But then now I look back and watch him because I always had this thing, Joe's the best thing ever, right? He's going to be world champion. I always tell everybody. But now I look back and he was fucking useless. What was I looking at? Wasn't useless, but compared to what I've got now, so I think it's meat on the guys. Some of the guys I've got now are way better than Jerome was at the same stage.
Yeah.
But your expectations and are so much higher.
Yeah.
And occasionally say a Facebook thing will pop up with you. I'm looking, really? I was like in love with you, bro. I thought you were mean.
Oh, no. You wonder what you saw, eh?
But I've always had that belief in him. From day
Right
one, I was
from the
like,
start.
he's going all the way. Now we're nearly there. We're not far.
Yeah, I know.
And he is that good now. Like he's a beast.
He used to dominate the amateur scene as well, eh?
Yeah, but he's just nuts. I don't know what the hell's
He's a
going on.
freak.
He's a freak, man.
And I don't think the world has seen yet what
He's getting better.
Because he ends the fight too fast.
Yeah, and then people just think, oh, they must have been a bum. But like they were never meant to be. They were meant to give him 10 hard rounds, you know?
Yeah,
Test
last
him and
like
make
30
him
seconds.
better.
Like the Mossy fight, everyone knows Mossy's tough and blah,
Yeah.
blah, blah.
Yeah.
He went 10 rounds with David at cruiserweight.
Yeah.
Jerome just wipes it in 1 minute. It's like, okay.
Yeah, his style is just what I imagine is like textbook perfect style.
Yeah.
Like that's what everyone thinks they look like when they fight.
Yeah, I know.
You know? Especially drunk, like, yeah, that's what I look like.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, he's almost there. Fuck, I can't wait.
He is,
Yeah,
man.
so hopefully this next fight in December against the Mexican should surely be a good test for him.
Thing with Jerome, the better the person, the better he fights.
Yeah.
He's up for it, you know. He's got a special ability to. If you give him shit, he won't always fight well.
Yeah.
But you've got to keep testing him, and he seems to just rise to it.
Feed, eh? He can smell the belt, that's why.
Yeah.
It's almost there.
Pretty driven, man.
Yeah,
Hey,
very.
like, I mean, as a coach now, I suppose it's normal for me. Everything becomes your new normal or whatever, but pretty lucky. These guys are pretty committed to what they're doing. Like,
Yeah.
I can't make them continue to be like that. They've made a decision in their own head to. Hey,
Like, we've had a elite, like a top New Zealand sports person start training with us, our fitness sessions. And I'm really surprised, like our guys are like this compared to her. And I would have thought that it wouldn't be that way because, I mean, they're like, you know, top of New Zealand. But so it kind of made me realize, oh shit, wow, okay, our guys really are, like compared to others, up there as well.
I get that overseas a lot. Is like a lot of people ask. I'm very. what's the word, pig-headed maybe, I don't know. But when I go overseas and that, I'm always, it's like a war for me. I get off a plane and I'm like, fuck, geez, we're going to win. And I have that real hard attitude. It's kind of that winning mentality. And I don't want, and people say, oh, when you're not learning, of course I'm watching other coaches and seeing, I might think that's a good idea. But usually I come back feeling really good about what we're doing.
Yeah.
And it's like reassurance that you're doing okay.
Yeah.
Or watching it, fuck, we're fitter than that, or
Yeah.
we're as good as that, or we've already been doing that. Or,
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah.
It's more trying to find, and of course you pick up things along the way, like geez, that's a good idea, but
yeah, no, that's good.
You don't go overseas thinking, oh shit, we still got to get to that level of like, you know, Freddie Roach's gym and like David went in and bashed them all at sparring.
To Freddie Roach's David gave everyone hiding. You see people, we're going overseas to learn. It's like, fuck the learning, go overseas to kick ass. Like it's a mentality, right?
And then Andre as well. How did he come about?
Sparring for Ruben, wasn't he?
He was a sparring partner. I was drinking with him, so I was drinking and sparring. I remember at a Golden Gloves, he was outside, he had lost. I remember being at the door, and I was like, I need you to come and spar. I didn't know where he lived, but he lived 2 streets away from the deck that we were training at.
Shit.
Like, I didn't even know who Andre was. And then he came down and sparred, and he had another trainer, but he kind of was not really taking boxing seriously. But he sparred, he was good, he was tough, and I think he gave Ruben a hiding, to be honest, because Ruben was kind of a pro of ours at the time. I was like, fuck it, I like them. I like people that are them. So I don't like boring. Like if people are going, what the fuck's wrong with that guy? So I gravitate towards that. I'm like, fuck, I like that guy.
Yeah.
If someone can kind of be themselves and it's not normal and have the courage to do it, well, fucking good on you, you know?
Yeah.
And he was that guy. He was a bit out the gate, I suppose.
Yeah.
So he was going to train, and it took a little bit for him to come because he probably had a nice gym. We just had a garage with a concrete floor, so he's probably like, what the fuck? But he stayed.
And you said if you come, you have to go pro.
Yeah. So he was 19 and he turned pro. I booked him a fight. He trained with us. Booked him a fight, and I said, it's your first pro fight. You do whatever you want, man. You be you. Fuck, I wish I didn't. He was ridiculous. He's dancing, he's yelling, he's run out of the thing, grabbed like the mic.
Poking his toe.
Oh my God. But I said he could.
Yeah.
It's hilarious.
He's such a
That
character.
was a stunt, but put him on the map. But so he's always been a pro with me. But it suits him.
Yeah.
And one thing with Andre is he's like, he talks a big game in that, but he backs it up.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
And like, that's the thing I like. Like, often people be like, that guy, I'll be like, yeah, come and spar him. Like,
Yeah.
He'll kill you.
And it's good to have both in the entertainment of boxing.
But he'll back it up. Like, Andre will back it up. Like, he's one of the toughest guys I've ever met. He'll fight anyone, he'll spar anyone. And now he's one fighter for world title. And I mean, he's matured as a guy. He hasn't changed who he is, which I like. He's still completely all over the place out the gate, which is choice. And he's something pretty special.
Yeah, that's cool, man. Having three champs soon.
Yeah.
It's gonna be crazy.
And then we've got a few coming under. We've got Kiki coming through.
Oh yeah, true.
Kiki's going good. We've got the 3 young fellas, like young Kyan's going mean as now.
Yeah,
He's gotten so
Kyan's fucking like Kyan's pretty special. Like Ben came here with Kyan. It was kind of like when the gym broke up, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, nah, I'm not taking him. Like, you've got to come. So Ben's stayed and like been a big part of it. So Ben comes Tuesday and Thursday here, and still like if Kyan fight, like I train Kyan 5 days a week here, but Ben's still, I put him as head trainer.
Yeah.
Me and him do it together because he's done heaps for Kyan.
Yeah.
Like,
So
Ben does
attached.
heaps for us. Like Ben comes here, he pets Jerome. Like Ben's becoming a real part of what we do.
Yeah.
He's in the corner for Jerome's last fight. I think a few of the big pro fights. He's coming up to Whangarei out corner. Yeah.
That's
He's a bloody
awesome.
good guy, Ben.
He's a good guy, eh?
Yeah,
he
100%.
didn't deserve how like it all broke down at Coast and stuff.
I don't get how it all went there, but I just know with Ben, he's just a real genuine, honest guy.
Yeah.
I think when he came here with Kyan, he was expecting us to take him, which he was doing the right thing by Kyan to come here.
Yeah.
Like, look,
He
I'm
was
taking
giving him
this
to
fight.
you, wasn't he?
Yeah. I was like, why are you giving him to
It would have
me?
been
Like,
hard
You're a good
for
trainer.
him. Yeah.
Yeah, it would have been hard for Ben.
Yeah.
'Cause that was Kyan's his whole life.
Yeah,
And
definitely.
he's like built him
But
to what he is
it's
now.
worked good because he's still a massive part of what Kyan does.
Yeah.
And he's a smart guy, Ben. I learned shit off Ben, man.
Yeah.
He's like-
Yeah, hard out.
I think people are have never given him any credit.
Yeah. Oh,
Like,
he
people
helped
think, why
him
is he here?
so
Well,
much.
He's not just here because his client's gone. We're trying to be nice to him. He's actually, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We put him in the corner. I got plenty of guys that would give their teeth to be in the Jerome's corner for a next fighter, but Ben's got that job because he's the guy. Like,
Yeah. No,
he's trustworthy. He knows his shit.
Yeah.
And he's like probably only the second guy that we've ever let in to come and do anything like that because he's very much like no.
Yeah.
So you got to be the right person. He just happened to just be the right one that came.
I just
fits in.
Yeah. He's a good guy. Yeah.
Hard out.
It worked. But yeah, I was going to say with the Kyan thing, Kyan had so many close losses and so many.
Yeah.
That's why she looked into the judging as well.
That was
it
why.
happened for years.
It was his ones.
But for him to stay there and now to go through all that and now to come out and he's won nationals, he's won Golden Gloves, like he's kicking ass.
Yeah, hard out.
Yeah, it's so cool to see.
But he stayed there, right? It shows like, for him to actually not quit through all that shit is awesome. And he can only be a massive success.
Yeah. There was so many times where we had to just like, I don't know, like give him so many pep talks because he was so worried about his record, you know, and we were like, doesn't matter, you're amateurs for like learning and you're not going to think about any of those decisions that the judges have made when you're fighting for your world championship. You know, you're not going to think about that. It is what it is and just keep working hard. So when he came here, we were so stoked.
Yeah,
we heard that.
We were
We
happy.
were like, oh.
But it's such a good story. And when he does become a champion, it's such a good story because it relates to the kids and you can say, well, bro, I lost fucking 80% of my first 30 fights or something, right?
Yeah.
But now I just won the world title.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
It's a cool story.
Yeah.
You don't want to be that guy that won everything. It's actually choice.
Yeah,
through that.
underdog again.
And he's coming out that end now.
And hard out.
You can see it. Oh, man.
He's good, man.
Even just his confidence. His confidence is crazy. I remember that being one thing, like some of the punches he'd throw, like you could tell he didn't feel like he could back it up type thing. Now it's just, he's got that like forward Peach style aggression. Just, it's so cool to see.
It's just he got training partners. Like that's what. That's
totally.
Ben understands. It's like what he's got now is guys that will keep him accountable all the time.
Yeah.
I chuck him in and rush and we'll go pretty much full bore with him. Only because Kyan starts being dangerous.
Yeah.
You can't go softer because Kyan starts hurting them.
Yeah.
The next minute, I was like, whoa, Jesus.
Yeah, hard out.
But Kyan's level will.
Yeah, because you guys only had each other, eh?
Yeah, we need each other, and then like.
And Red.
Often I'd have to go to other gyms to spar.
Yeah.
Like even and him, he'd come down here.
Yeah.
And I'd go like spar Wendell and that. It was like, once he came here, we knew he'll just excel.
Yeah.
Red comes here.
Yeah.
Week. He's going good.
Yeah, hard out.
He'll be amazing.
Yeah, hard out.
Tough, eh?
Yeah.
He's getting better.
I seen him yesterday.
I mean, like Ben's a real good coach.
Yeah.
Like,
but even Red has just started as well. And I remember his first fight. I was like, what do you mean that's his first fight? Like,
he's good. Yeah, Ben's trained him. Like, he's a good coach, man.
Yeah, he is.
So, guys, we've come to the end of the episode. It was great having you guys on the episode. Thanks for welcoming us in your guys' gym.
Yeah, thank you.
It's a beautiful gym. And a beautiful story as well.
Yeah.
So, it's been an honor having you guys in the gym. And these guys just living proof, man. Just stick to your dreams, stick to your passions, and you can live in it.
Stay true to yourself.
Keep it real, eh?
Yeah, keep it real.
Yeah.
Keep it real and it will work out. Because there might be people in the world looking for you, but if you're not being yourself, they can't find you. That's the end of the episode. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Peace out.
Peace.